Hello there. My name is Dr. Diallo, an academic coach and a test prep expert with Study.com. Are you currently preparing to take the FTCE ESOL K-12 assessment with testing code 047? This assessment covers the subtopic of knowledge of assessment issues for ELLs. If so, you're in luck because I'm here to walk you through multiple sample problems as well as test taking strategies. Let's go ahead and begin by taking a look at problem number 1. A person qualifying as an expert within the International English Language Testing System, the IELTS, would be categorized as A. Band 10, B. Band 1, C. Band 9, or D. Band 0. Well, in terms of keywords within the question, what a qualified expert within the International English Language Testing System would be categorized as. So let's take a look. For A, B10, the IELTS system categorizes English language abilities based on a 9-band system, with Band 1, which refers to those who have no experience using the English language, to Band 9, which refers to those who are expert English learners. Therefore, Band 9 is the correct answer choice. Choices A, B, and D are incorrect because they are either not a number in the system or they are too low to be considered expert level. In a second grade social studies class, students are taking an assessment on map skills. Students are given a world map and are tasked with identifying 2 local regions, 10 states, and 5 countries. Which of the following would be an appropriate approach for the teacher to take when giving the assessment to ELL students? A. Providing the student with a list of possible locations to locate on the map. B. Giving ELL students the same test with the same requirements as native English-speaking students. C. Assessing the student on both locating and spelling skills. Or D. Allowing ELL students to take a written test instead of filling in the map. We're thinking about a second grade student here, and they're taking an assessment on map skills. We want to keep in mind as well that they are ELL students, therefore they receive certain accommodations. So let's take a look. Well, teachers can make various modifications for ELL students in other subject areas outside of language arts so as to ensure that students' language skills do not impede on their ability to showcase what they know about that subject. Providing students with a list of locations to identify on the map would be an accommodation that you could make for an ELL student so that they do not have to worry much about the spelling. Giving students the same test as a native English speaker wouldn't really be fair and could be against the rules for an ELL student. And depending on a student's WIDA level, which is their English language proficiency level, they may be unable to write and complete sentences to pass a written test. Therefore, choice A, providing the students with a list of possible locations to locate on the map, is definitely the best choice for this question. Which of the following could create item bias on a test that first-year ELL students might take? A question that includes an idiomatic statement about somebody being in a pickle instead of stating that the person is facing a dilemma. B, a section in a test that requires students to identify the nouns within a group of sentences. C, a section of the test that requires students to write short answer responses in English. Or D, a question that mentions a specific roller coaster that a few test takers are unfamiliar with, even if they understand what a roller coaster is. So our keywords within the question are, we want to remember that we don't want to have anything on a test that could possibly create item bias. But that's exactly what we're looking for in this particular question. We also want to keep in mind that this is a first-year ELL student, meaning they lack a lot of experiences and English proficiency. So we want to keep those things in mind as we look at the answer choices. So item bias occurs when test questions refer to cultural phrases like idioms that students from other cultures might not be familiar with. For example, answer choices B, C, and D, these may be considered too complicated or unfair given a student's background and cultural experiences. Therefore, A is going to be the correct answer. This is because the idiomatic statement that someone is being in a pickle is a figurative language example, which can be very confusing for a non-native speaker. To be diagnosed as intellectually disabled, a student must score at or below which of the following numbers on an aptitude test? A, 70, B 80, C 60, or D 90. Keywords that we want to consider are intellectually disabled. So they want you to think if a student is being diagnosed as intellectually disabled, what is the student's score on the aptitude test? Well, the correct answer is going to be A, 70. The average level of functioning is 100, and a person scoring below 70 is typically diagnosed with an intellectual disability. The other answer choices are either above 70, one choice is actually below 70. Therefore, the only correct answer is answer choice A. Hopefully, you found that video to be informative and helpful. If so, be sure to check out more videos on this channel. Please remember to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of our awesome videos and testing content. You can also get a lot of help by visiting our website at study.com. As a member there, you can access short, targeted video lessons, extra study materials, personalized study plans, and hundreds of practice problems. Those who've used study.com in the past have over a 92% passing rate. Don't forget to tell us what you think and share feedback about your experience. We're here and wishing you all the very best of luck. Good luck on your test.